Okay, let's start our development scrum then. Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to our product development scrum. Today, we're going to start from a discussion first, actually. So, is there anyone who wants to write down or maybe have another discussion first for this?
Mungkin sih itu Arda tadi mau discuss sesuatu ya.
Sorry, I haven't found the link to the paper. Can I just pick it? Sorry, maybe.
Sure.
Okay, thank you.
Is this your proposal, Arda?
No, I want to ask about the uniqueness of the guest. May I share my screen for a little bit, Kak?
Yes, please.
Is it visible? Yeah.
Yep.
Yep.
Okay, so what I want to ask is, so in order to clean the database, we have to group the guests kan. Kak. So currently I'm grouping by only the name, right? But if it is only grouped by the name, there might be two person who are different but have the same name. And we can group by the name and the phone, guest phone. But a person with the same name can have multiple guest phone. So I don't really see a way to like determine for sure whether a person is the same or not. So I just assume that if the name is the same, I group it as the same person. Now, is it okay or is it a problem?
Probably that could be a problem, right? Let's say HR will use that, right? And then suddenly HR will
But first,
yes.
Arda, tadi, right now, how you group the guests actually right now, your implementation?
Currently, I'm only using the name. I'm just grouping by the name.
Grouping by the name, yeah?
Yes, that's why I think like the most optimal solution, but I don't know if it is possible or not, is to add maybe a column for the maybe KTP number or passport number. But I don't know if it is possible or not.
Okay, back to you, Kak, writing down the discussion.
Okay, so we should think from the user's perspective first, then Arda. So let's say you just merge anyone with the same name, right? And then there's a new booking, and HRC there's information there, right? That says this guest's birthday is tomorrow, for example, and then HR will say happy birthday, and then this wrong guess, right? So that's a possible scenario that could probably happen when we do that. So I think we need to have apa namanya an overall view of the numbers of this data, right? So here's what I would think would be easier to work with. So first, standardize everything. All of the phone numbers, we just remove the space and plus and the maybe the country code even, or the leading zero, probably change that into country code, but basically make sure just everything is in the same format. And then after that we can compare it with at least those two information, right? Guest name and phone number, just in case they are accurate. And then second, just after that, after the phone number, we can compare by the name, like your method before, but we just need to know how many duplicated are there based on the name. So let's say there's like John Doe, right? How many John Doe are in the database? If we have like, let's say, five, okay, that's okay, that's okay. But how many other John Does are there? How many guests are duplicated? If this is a lot, then we probably need to find a way of how to clean that or merge that. But if it's like not too many, then we can try to verify them manually. Probably if they are an Airbnb guest, it would be very easy. If they are booking.com, probably there's also a way to fetch that. And if they are direct guests, this is kind of a problem, but we will at least we will know what to do next. We if we know the scope or the amount of work that we need to do manually. So do we have that feasibility, Arda? How many of the guests are duplicated?
For the number,
Mm.
I did query it yesterday, but I didn't take note. Maybe I will update you later about the
Okay.
number of duplicate.
Okay. So we never discovered that. Yeah. How many duplication?
But it's quite a lot, see. Like
How many?
maybe I can you give me time to make the query?
Oh, okay. No, I mean, what is your standard of a lot? Is it 100, 200, or 1,000? Just a rough idea.
I think it's definitely more than 100. I think it's in the like 500 something, or if I remembering
Okay.
correctly.
Okay then. I think that's still okay to work with. Okay. And also the discussion on Trello, we will have a block of friction since our front end is on production already with the new mechanism. So we cannot really we need to get the data cleaned up as soon as possible. So how long do you think we can do this basic clean standardized data, the same email format, same guest ID format, and then same phone number format. The idea is we can do that later. Phone number, email, and also the origin, guest origin. How long can we get these three columns to be standardized?
Only standardized ya, not group yet.
No, we are not. Yeah, not removing the duplicate. Yeah.
For the standardized, maybe 2 3 days I can.
Okay. Then
Standardize.
okay. Let's do that then.
Okay.
Let's do some milestone. The first one is to standardize the data. Second one would be probably to remove the duplicate or merge the duplicated data, and also that includes updating the booking data, right? So if we have same guest with two different book guest ID, and both of this guest ID actually have different bookings, we need to also change the data on the booking ID to make sure that they are linked to this new guest that we are creating from the merge guest. So that's the second milestone, and then after that, if that's done, we can work with the refactoring the database later.
Okay, Kak. And can I ask one more question?
Yeah.
So what my main concern is if we clean up the database right now, in the future there will be more duplicates data coming in, right?
No, why would we have that?
Because for the current method of getting the data, the guest data will continue to increase, and we still cannot group them automatically, I think.
That depends. Oh, okay. So for Airbnb, we will not have any problem with that because Airbnb will always use the same guest ID for their booking, and probably we will have problem with booking coming from Booking.com, and yeah, that's it. Direct booking will also have avoid that.
I think what Arda meant, for example, if we fix the phone number, for example, right now, is there any mechanism for new incoming booking to be filtered or maybe like normalized first before entering the database?
Yep.
That will be added, yeah. So that's the role of that to give the regex, for example,
Yep.
for a phone number. What kind of regex do we want for the phone number? How can we check and so on and so forth? For the duplicate, I think because maybe Arda has some visibility as well. In the future, there will be a feature alteration for adding new guest details so that the our team will also not be able to enter duplicate guests. So there's already a
Okay.
so it's aside from cleaning up the past data, we're also trying to make sure that the incoming data has no duplicates as well. Gitu.
Okay, thank you.
Yep.
Okay, good then. Let's continue to work on that. Back to Chris.
So I want to make sure. So for the milestone, there will be three. Yeah, correct me if I'm wrong. First is standardize the data, and then the second is remove duplicated data, and the last one is refactoring database, right? And for 3 days ahead, now we'll work on the standardized data, which is in this context is the phone number, email, and guest. Is it correct?
Yep.
Okay.
Oh, by the way, who's supervising Arda? Is it Vidya?
Somewhat, yeah.
Okay. No, I mean, when should we deliver this, and what do Arda need some pairing or coaching?
Yep, for sure. Arda, you'll try for 2 to 3 days, as you mentioned, to standardize the data and so on and so forth. If get back to me in 3 days, maybe.
Probably I'll make a proposal like yesterday, and I will give it to you in 3 days. Okay.
Can you already got the access for the redash data, right, Arda?
Read only sih, Kak.
Yeah, and then you can
Yeah.
export it to your local SQL.
Yes,
local
Kak.
SQL, okay. And then show me the results directly, maybe, so that maybe kalau misalnya udah okay, we can implement it directly.
All right.
Aside from the proposal as well.
Okay.
Yeah, get back to me in 3 days, yeah.
Okay.
Okay, then thank you for the heads up as well. So the conclusion is that we'll work on this for the standardized data for phone number, email, and ghost origin. Will be supervised by Coffee D, and the result will be on Friday, yeah, Arda, yeah. Okay, I guess that's it. Is there any more questions for this discussion, or we can move on to another discussion? Okay, none. So is there any other discussion that we need to discuss?
Let's see. Okay, I guess we already talked about the campaigns, yeah, for Bigger, Bifigo, and all other campaigns. Are we have talked about that in the sync. What else then? What else? What's the urgent issue that we need to talk about outside of the campaign?
Nadia maybe have more visibility kayak what is the current issue in the chapter. Previously, I think our issue was regarding time management and so on and so forth. I think it's already like since we have the cup, I think it's pretty well done. Yeah, I don't know. That's just my at least I completed a lot of different things. But
You have that too.
yeah. What about other issues in the chapter? Is there something that we can improve? Yeah, not only project wise, but the chapter wise, or maybe even our projects choices. Are we still accepting projects that are, I don't know, that are just the wants of the clients, not the needs of the clients?
I see. I think so far, because the limitation of the resources as well, so we don't really take much of project. So I'm not sure. What do you guys
It's
think?
pretty good right now, and even if it starts with what the client wants, we end up providing solution for them, like the HAR thing. They are coming with a complaint, small information about the guest. Basically, we created a lot of a string of product that can
Mhm.
help them with that. So I think this is definitely what we should do. We take feedback from client and then we develop it ourselves. I think that's much better. And what I feel in the chapter for development, it feels more apa ya? It feels more apa ya? Kayak it santai, but get things more done. I don't know. It's kind of weird, right? I think last month we are very busy. We are doing like a lot of things, blah 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 blah. But somehow never delivered anything. Like it's very difficult to deliver things, right? But now we have like a more apa, santai situation. Like okay, but it's progressing. So I think that's pretty good. I'm not sure why though. Is it because of the chapter holiday or the short break or personal growth? I'm not sure about that, but it's good, definitely good. What about the others? Do you guys feel the same thing, or is it just me?
I feel the same thing. I just feel like there is more room to breathe in the chapter, to be honest.
Okay, that's good. That's good.
I don't know about the others, see, but that's for me.
What about you?
Yeah, for me, I don't do big project, just like medium and like easy ones, bug fixing. But yeah, no feel lah, feeling like no big project yet. Don't give. Nadia, don't smile. So scary. But yeah, I think I like ada aja kan yang Jesus at least every week or something.
Is it because we are focused more in the solution or the result rather than the project itself?
Yeah, I think so. And also, like we know when we have one big project, for example, I don't know. Let's see with the this guest thing, how long it will take as well. Because the guest management, I think, is one of the big project that we had recently, aside from the mobile app. See, and for example, like if we have three big projects at the same time, I think we will have the same issue as previously.
Okay.
Yeah, we just have to like distribute the works of the smaller project into modular components so that we can like deliver one at a time, or maybe depending on the capacity of the developer as well. And then Nadia, I think, is managing the like project pretty well. She knows which developer has the bandwidth or not. Like cap cip gitu bisa nggak bisa. So that's one good thing as well.
Okay. What do you think, Nadia?
I do think the same as like there's more room to breathe, but even though I'm handling like 3 campaigns, but overall I think it's getting pretty good. Like we're more into result oriented. So yeah,
Okay,
that's why.
I think here's my observation why we feel this way. I think we have two type of work, right? So the first one is focus work where we need to do it, right? We need to design, we need to create something, we need to do like 2 hour work without interruption. And the second one is management work where we should talk to other people, discuss things, and then creating plan and documentation, things like that. I think for the focus work, just like that, we need to focus on. We cannot have two different focus work because it ruin the coordination, right? Especially if it's different in different field, different like environment. But on coordination, I think more things we work on, it will even better because we have more visibility. We know the big picture, the overall problems that we are trying to solve. And I think that's what we are currently doing here. Like Nadia is doing the management, a lot of projects to work, but she doesn't necessarily need to do that everything by herself. She can delegate to other people to work on that as well. So okay, I think that's good thing. We finally solved this problem, right? We just need to keep up with a pace like this, and probably this could be a good practice as well for new people as well. And okay, I want to bring to the next topic, which is related to the new people, about the onboarding and also trial evaluation, and yeah, including evaluation as well. But I think the evaluation for the online assessment, that's very technical, and that's okay. That's just basic baseline of product development. Everything needs to be very technical. The non-technical ones, we trust HR to do that, like interviews, things like that, before we onboard them for trial. Now, what we still have problem is during the trial. I feel like I don't have a lot of visibility and interaction with the candidate. So I have this kind of problem with most of the trials, and my hypothesis is that probably they are afraid to apa namanya, to contact us or to have apa namanya ya, interaction gitu. So probably things like, if you ask too much, it means that you're not good enough, things like that. Maybe that's what they feel. But I think we need to have more interaction with the trial, like what we fix our problem with communication by using the stand up, right? I think we need to have that kind of stand up for trial candidate as well, and probably even for the yeah, newly onboarded, that should be also mandatory. What do you guys think about this?
Kabayu, do we have like the for example, like in 6 days, right? For PD, for example, we have a lot of things for them to read in the documentation, right? For example, the product development guideline, especially the communication chapter, and then the roles that is active on product development, and then how we develop our software. I mean, like in the define stage, ideation stage, and so on and so forth. These kind of things usually, ini kan kita give them the documentation, right? And we expect them to read.
Hmm?
Right. And we also don't, what is it? Yeah, like we also don't plan like interaction section. In their daily journal, daily activity gitu, kita juga nggak kasih, oh, you should do a pairing session with this, with this, with this.
We do, Chris.
We do, yeah.
Yeah, let me share it. Okay, so this
Yep.
is what the where the link is missing. So we have this trial week daily activity. The goal is apa namanya, the result of, so we ask them to do this project pairing, for example, and then we ask them to write that down. But they don't know whether this is correct or not, or this is their observation, right? So we don't have the a way to gain visibility what they feel during the trial, what they learned, and then what they change since day one, right? Like after 2 days, what have been changed, we don't know about that. Sometimes we know, sometimes we don't, basically, because this document is not in our workflow. We never really apa namanya, check the trials daily journal paper like every day, because that's not in our workflow. So we often miss it. At least me, I often miss it. Like Robert, for example, Robert missed a lot of this. He didn't feel since day 3 to the day 6. I don't think he feels any of this. So I'm not sure whether he also do this or not. Like pairing with CEO, and then problem solving, and then review trial program. I'm not sure whether he does that or not. Risky, on the other hand, he does that. So at least I know that he's doing a pairing, and he's writing down pairing with who and what they are talking about. So I can read about that. So how can we integrate this into our daily workflow? Basically, during trial, we want them to feel like they are part of the team already. So they can just reach out like casually. No, it's not like, hey sir, I want to ask you about this, that kind of thing. What maybe to Chris or Nadia, what do you guys feel about the last trial with Robert and also Risky? What kind of activity that you guys do with them, and what kind of interaction?
Yeah, kalau for me, more on technical side, preparing for technical side and so on and so forth. So not much about anything. Apa selain itu, not much.
Okay, what about Nadia? Nat?
Okay, from me, if I'm not mistaken, there were like 2 UI/UX interns, right? And the first case for Risky, the only kind of like matter to him is that the time zone differences. So we can only discuss in like the written discussion. It's like apa sih namanya, kayak jadwalnya dia, gitu loh. Jadi seringnya we do mostly like Slack communication, we say written communication, And other trials, I'm not sure what the name is, but the problem is the class schedule. Like she wants to have a pairing with me, but if I have a free time, she has class, or if she has like a free time, I have another schedule meeting, for example. So that's mostly the problem. See.
That's a good thing. So we do this trial to discover that as well, right? Yeah. So if we not doing trial that they cannot give they cannot manage time between school and also internship, then we know that's also our consideration. Okay, Vidi, any thought on this?
Yeah, I didn't get to meet the trials before. I don't know where they are. I don't know.
Right. Okay.
I have like it's been a while since like the last trial I know is Stefan, which is now an intern. Yeah, Stefan kan? Stefan sama who was it again? I can't remember.
Yeah, the other person that
Yeah, anak yang Chris punya anak. Yeah, but yeah, I don't know. I think I have no visibility because there are no PO trial as well. I think.
yeah.
Yeah, and the other are handled by Nadia and Chris.
Okay, but that should not be the case, right?
Yeah, we should meet, right? Because
That
they
is-
will request a developer or maybe I don't know.
Yeah, especially I think a developer, designer, they will talk with other people.
Yeah, during Amel's trial, even though she is UI UX, I think she did who ya? Someone from PO like asked me to become the Japanese kid yang cabut yang di Jepang yang lagi kuliah di Jepang tuh. We did like until the almost development stage.
Oh.
Amelia.
Amelia masih ada niat itu.
Yes. We almost like in the first week even we almost reached the development stage. Yeah, so
yeah,
kayak
yeah. I remember that.
I don't know if it's still the same system sih. Like during first week, we want to see like at least something, right? And then that's why you have to communicate with the other member of the team, like your squad.
Yeah, should be. Okay. So it's not ideal, right? No, it's not ideal. Okay, how can we make it better? This is just my thought, right? Like the quickest way to do that is just put this on their schedule, joining stand-up meeting and deliver their daily report. Basically, it's every 2 days, right? So Monday, Wednesday, and also Friday, and that schedule is pretty good because wait, what is our stand up? Our stand up. Oh, nggak sesuai ya.
Monday, Wednesday, Friday.
Yeah.
Usually they have like intern review, I think. If I'm
Paling
mistaken.
Iya,
hari
Rabu biasanya.
Rabu.
Rabu intern review, if I'm
Yeah,
mistaken.
yeah. But that's also okay. Kan bukan dia presentasi, and then after present, we usually ask them to revise it, right? Karena ada yang berantakan. So I think at the end of the day, we should also review again, right? What have you done after a few hours getting feedback? So okay, I think we can work with this, yeah. So it means that our stand up could probably extend it, mungkin jadi jam. Okay, I think that's okay, yeah. Since we always finish 15 minutes, I think the other 15 minutes for the trial. I think that would be good for us, right?
Yeah, only if there's trial.
Yeah,
Okay.
so during trial week, yeah.
There's trial.
Okay.
Okay, and this also will fix the problem with the new candidate that don't have this the standard of reporting. So during trial, we need to know whether they could understand that the apa namanya the core of the communication standard using that documentation or not. So okay, is there anything else that we can do to improve quality of internship trial program? What about the trial assessment?
I think ini sih Kak. I'm not sure like the current trial in PD itu how do they feel their what are their schedules sih? I mean like aside from the observation. Previously kan by 1 week udah harus result. Same kan Kak?
Yep,
So what changed?
change.
Nothing changed.
Gimana?
Or this issue is even from before like in zamannya sama Amelia itu udah ada, you feel?
Oh
Is it like a recent issue or
no, it's okay. The trial assessment ya, the apa namanya, the trial assessment form kan.
Yep.
Yeah, it's okay. It's working. Especially, I think when we have trial, most of the person that have trial with them, the pairing with them, fill the evaluation anyway. So that part is okay. But is there anything else that we can do to improve that?
proof ya?
Yeah.
Suruh masuk Discord so that more interaction. I think Nadia and Chris hang out in Discord a lot.
Okay.
But there's more visibility kan?
Yeah,
Immediate.
that's a good idea.
Yeah, more
actually.
immediate response juga sih. I don't know, like with Chris and Nadia, it's like very easy to, oh yeah, like yesterday, we responded to a bug like in 5 minutes.
That
Actually,
yeah.
I do invite Robert to the
Discord.
Discord dan kami standby di tiga kayaknya tuh. Itu dia juga itu sih ada technical stuff juga sih, but we standby there and belum belum ngomong juga sih.
Yeah, because it's like directly Saturday-nya kan.
Iya
Like
dari
it
satu.
is the beginning.
Should we put that as mandatory? Jadi sebelum trial mereka udah punya ekspektasi bahwa mereka akan ke kantor kan ya,
Yeah,
akan ke
yeah,
kantor kan.
yeah. Correct.
Okay. I think we can put that on there.
Yeah, if you want engagement, actually Discord is really good place for engagements with the others.
Okay then, join Discord. Not just join. Apa sih namanya tuh? Yeah. Okay, I will write down the description, but I think that's a good idea. Okay, about the assessment, should we discuss the assessment during apa namanya during the stand up with them with the trial, or should the assessor just discuss it separately?
You may like we discuss about their core values, fit, and so on, Kak?
Yeah.
I'm not sure. What do you guys think?
I think isn't it done separately by HR as well?
Oh no, our assessment, Chris.
Dari paper kah?
If
So here's what I think. There are two different things, right? Jadi kalau kita apa namanya bahas sama mereka langsung, misalnya di hari ketiga gitu, kita bahas hasil assessment kita, misalnya they don't have good core value fit gitu misalnya, atau they don't help others first gitu misalnya. Nah, kita bilang ke mereka dan mereka opportunity untuk improve that, to change that dan ya, memperbaiki atau enggak itu keuntungan tapi drawbacknya yang sebenarnya cuman potensi aja sih tapi it's not very I don't think it's a big issue misalnya kita kasih tahu you're not a core value fit not helping others gitu terus untuk evaluasi jadi during trial they will always do this core value thing for the trial purpose right it's not genuinely gitu ada dua opsi gitu. Menurut kalian gimana? Apakah kita lebih suka kalau orang itu try to improve themselves, even if there's a possibility to just to fake it, let's say, atau it's okay. Basically, we accept them with their effort to improve.
To be honest, I think ya kak ya, this is I think a lot of interns, especially new ones, they don't really know the expectations. So if you don't tell them, they do know. See.
Okay. So you support talking with them about the progress of the assessment, yeah?
Yeah. I think so.
Okay, we never done that, so yeah, we can
But
try that.
usually it yeah bisa we can like do it along with the mid review, right? Usually we fix things, right? But only for the project. But we can also tell them like what are the core value issues that we found maybe as well. Include that in the trial review because I think the presentation is a sufficient hint for them. But currently we only discuss about the project. We can expand it a little bit more.
I see. Okay. We can definitely put that. This is the here. Okay. I think we can. The evaluator will apa namanya in the result and did it.
but I actually have a different opinion on this, Kak.
Okay. Got ya.
Okay, what I usually do, apa sih, Socratic method, something like that. So I don't want to directly tell them that you need to be the hero or you need to be the transparent. Sometimes what I do, for example, they ask something like, I don't know who kayak misalnya yang si Rizky kemarin, dia harus interview ke siapa dan sebagainya. And then I just like provide him like a hint, like have you read our user persona or something like that, and have you talked to apa sih namanya kayak community. I give like a hint, and then from there you can see they have initiative to let's say conduct an interview or something like that. So I don't directly told them like, you need to interview someone or you need to be more, I don't know, fail fast or something. That's what I do see.
Okay. So that could be the way to tell them actually. Yeah. I think we still can do that, Nadia. We can still achieve that, especially by formally telling them, right? Basically, we don't know whether they think what when we are using a Socratic method, especially during trial, we are not sure whether they know what Socratic method is, right? And they probably just go about and okay, it's nothing. Or we can put that into more serious context that this is important for the evaluation. So yeah, I guess we can put that in the session, but the way to tell them what they need to improve is by asking them to think themselves, right, on how to improve it, right?
Okay, makes sense. All right.
Okay, that's it. Basically, this is the new integration with trial. Hopefully, we will get more trial. Yeah, this tomorrow I'm going to have a meeting with some interns proposing to have internship here from ITB. So that's exciting. Let's see what we can get tomorrow.
Oh, what roles, Kak?
Developers mostly.
I see. Okay.
Think, yeah, so let's prepare. Let's prepare
Semangat.
project. So okay, we still not sure what exactly it is, right? So they're proposing outside for apa sih namanya ya, internship mandiri, something like that, proposed
Oh,
by
what
this.
about the Gojek one? What about the Gojek one?
No news from them. No news
Because
yet. Yeah.
I just heard something this morning.
Oh, yeah, what is it?
Yeah, they approached us last week, I believe, in Furkon's email.
Okay.
But then Furkon email kan no one, yeah, no one opened it. So I think it's being processed by Shelin currently. So I just talked to Shelin like this morning exactly.
I see. Okay then.
Yep.
Okay, so we will still have them, yeah.
Probably, but I don't know. We have to get back to them and reconfirm because yeah, they sent an email to Furkon email.
Okay, that's it about the trial and recruitment. What else? Is there anything else we should talk about?
Just one thing, see, for the guest Bukit Vista, I think Andre will be the client.
Okay.
I already communicated with him. And how do we want to proceed with this? Is it like Nadia SPO again?
Okay, which this will
Guest Bukit Vista guest portal.
guest portal only.
Yeah, we don't have the campaign yet, right? I mean, I think we
Yeah.
have, but it's not active. And maybe in the next 5 months, we want to focus on that. Then and the go-to person in HR will be Andre.
Okay. Probably we will let Nadia think about this. Yeah. So
Yep. We'll let Nadia
yeah,
think about it.
you will have Rizky as well. So you can juggling between the resources.
okay, Kak.
Okay. Or if you want VD to be PO, also fine. If VD wants to take
If
that.
you want and I want, right? Biar I lihat video slow gini. Yo, bro.
Okay, Chris, back to you. Should we have a look at Trello? Maybe just quick look.
Sure. We still got a couple of minutes, so let's go. Let me share my screen. Okay, let's have a quick update for our campaigns. Yeah, first from Nadia.
Okay, thank you. So from me let me open. For the website, basically the quick update. We have finished several projects and also fixed a bug that from map listing, the map that's not showing on the listing properly. Yeah, that's written in there. And for the next feature, we're going to have the marketing transformation story and also the booking listing improvement. It's working together with Kani from the marketing as well.
Okay.
So yeah, that's the update. Back to you.
Okay, thank you, Nadia. Is there any questions from you guys? No. Okay, let's continue to this campaign. Mobile app for partner. The floor is yours, Nadia.
Okay, for the mobile app, so we have, it's not really on the stores yet, but there's some like development on the push notification. The push is there, but there's some needs to fix, and also for the review translation, also there's a progression, but probably we will have it everything, including all the bugs by this week to be updated on the stores. And for the next feature that we're going to start is the accounting report tab revamp. We're probably gonna start by this week as well. So yeah.
Thank you, Nadia. Do you guys have any questions first? If none, then let's continue. Next to Kabayu for bigger.
Okay, for bigger, the problem-solving one for repeater guests, that's milestone 49, is already deployed, waiting for launch. That should be today, scheduled by Nadia. Currently, the guest selection is, well, they need to select guest first before they can create it. They just need to make sure that the guest is not exist so that they can create new booking. And now also guest details also can be edited. So that's it. That's the goal of the project. And then there's the next one is guest information system, the follow-up project. The main goal is limited visibility about guest story and information. So this is already planned to be developed. Start from this week. And product success still continuing with Stefan's project on testing. Bug fixing also. There are some bugs, small bugs, but currently Chris is working on that. And there are some bugs also already fixed this week. That's it. Great.
Okay, thank you, Kabayu, for the updates. Okay, let's continue to next one, which is internal tools. Okay, from internal tools, last week, for things first, for add new template for unprocessed reviews, Airbnb reviews. So the past review data is still missing review received date. So I already contacted Shasha to update this data. And then I also completed the code to insert those data into our database using Google Colab and Python. I had been tested to insert the data into development database, so I just need to get the missing data from Sasha and then run the Google Colab to insert into our production database, and everything is already should be fixed already. The next one, NDA when candidate moved to trial error. This is a bug fix because the scanner was stopped because the Google Sheet module don't return any rows, and it's fixed by adding filter to continue if we at least receive one row. Then the review scenario stopped bug is regarding scenario was stopped because its SQL operation took too long to finish executing. So after rerunning it, it's working again. This is just temporary issue. So next action plan for the reviews scenario. Following up regarding data from Shasha and also inserting it to the data production database. That's all from internal tools for now. Do you guys have any first? If none, then let's continue. Next one is from Coffee D. Probably there's a little bit update for Maxwell, I think.
Yep. Okay. So for the retest, I've tried to implement the new design for the BI one. Sorry. So this is the example for the booking. Yeah. So I like classify it into the menu and sub menu. So it is more easy to use for the dashboard. And maybe after this, I will try to continue to another chapter like HR or the other one. I will try to confirm with candidates first. But for the BI, I have tried to implement.
Okay, thank you, Maxwell, for the updates. Do you guys have any questions first? No? Okay, let's continue. Probably the last one from me, the backend API. So for the backend API, it's not really last week, but I had done some experiment to use Nest.js as our backend API. This is the the card regarding that, and overall it's really good since it uses TypeScript and also support a lot of convenient feature for Swagger as documentation tools. The next action plan is regarding a new project that I want to tackle in bigger, which is automatic identification updates. I like to implement my findings on Nest.js to be used as a DNB backend service for this bigger project. I will give more details after the ideation is complete, the ideation stage. That's all for my update. But yeah. Do you guys have any question first?
All good.
Maybe?
Okay, for Nest.js, what is the verdict, Chris? Should we use that?
Cepat actually.
Okay. Probably you can write down like simple guideline when if in the future we are going to create new endpoint, we can create it here instead.
Yep. I already have a documentation about my learning, Kak, but I will definitely make another one for easier to our developer to do something in our current backend as well.
Okay.
Yep, you can refer to this. Yep, that's all from me. I think that's first. Yeah. Is there any update from?
Yeah, for Stefan, we are still working on documentation is done, so anyone can do the testing and run it and create a new test as well. What we are missing is the dashboard to see the result of the test regularly, and also the script. We need to run the script regularly. Currently, we still don't have the scheduler yet.
Okay, then thank you, Kabayu, for the updates as well. Okay, I think that's all for our Scrum and for our campaign updates. Do you guys still have anything to add? Probably sudah satu
Good from
menit.
me.
Okay, baik.
Good for me.
Itu terima kasih Kabayu, Nadia, Arda, Maxwell. So that's all for our Scrum today.
Hey,
Have a nice day.
Have a
thank you.
nice day.
Nice day, everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.